Now in this video we are discuss a new concept about the life process chapter, that is respiration, or also called as cellular respiration. Before going to start this chapter, this concept and discuss on this concept, we have to recall the last video about nutrition. If you not watch my nutrition chapter, nutrition in human beings, please watch that one. After that you have to understand this concept only. So on that concept we are discuss about that, and also we learn about that the food is a main source of energy, that is nutrition. Through nutrition we take the food, and that food provide the energy for the life processes. So the nutrition is now in this process is used by the cell in order to provide energy for many life processes, and this production of energy for the life processes is different in different organisms. Some organisms take the nutrition, and from that nutrition their cell provide the energy in different way. Some get energy in the absence of oxygen, and some organisms are get the energy in the presence of oxygen. So we have take two types processes here. One process of respiration is in the absence of oxygen, and one in the presence of oxygen. So before that, we know that our food is consist of a 6 carbon molecule glucose, and that 6 carbon molecule glucose is break down into 3 molecules, that is called pyruvate, and that is takes place in the shell, and particularly in the shell means in the cytoplasm liquid. So in the cytoplasm what happened, when the nutrition is used by the shell and that food is now in the cytoplasm, dissolved into cytoplasm, and now in the cytoplasm the food 6 carbon molecules is converted into the 3 carbon molecules, means simple carbon compound, glucose 6 to the 3 molecules of carbon into simple, it is called nothing but pyruvate, and this process is takes place inside the cytoplasm. After that we observe that the glucose is converted to cytoplasm, that is in the presence of the glucose is converted to pyruvate in cytoplasm. Now that pyruvate is converted into the energy in different organisms, and that pyruvate which is present in the cytoplasm is converted into the energy, maybe in the presence of oxygen, maybe in the absence of oxygen, or maybe in the lack of oxygen. So as a result we get the different types of food products. So we have to take some important points here. The first point is about the nutrition. So we have to write about first we take about the point, that is cellular respiration. What is the meaning of cellular respiration? So I know that tell about that the glucose which is present in the shell, which is used by the shell, is now break down into the simple one in order to provide the energy, and that process takes place in the shell, that is in cytoplasm. So that is called the cellular respiration. So write down here breakdown of food molecules in order to provide energy, inside the cell, right? The breakdown of the food molecules in order to provide energy. Sorry, I can correct it. Breakdown of the food molecule inside the cell. Breakdown of a food molecule inside the shell in order to provide energy for different life processes. This is called as cellular respiration. So first important definition of what is respiration or what is cellular respiration. So this is nothing but the breakdown of food molecules inside the cell in order to provide the energy, right? So means you have to take food inside the food, means food to be the nutrition. So the breakdown of the nutrition inside the cell and the nutrition used by the cell in order to provide the energy, that is called it as a cellular respiration. We also define this definition as nutrition used by the cells in order to provide energy for the life processes. So this is what cellular respiration. Now we take the nutrition, we take the food. Now the food is slowly digested some complex to simple, and they completely digested in the site of small intestine, and then they absorbed by the villi, and then they are entered into the blood, and in the blood they are made breakdown in order to get the energy, and that energy is used for the life processes, for the different life processes. That is called as a cellular respiration, and this respiration takes place inside the cell, so it is called as a cellular respiration. Right. So this process, that is formation of energy, maybe it takes place in the organisms, maybe different pathway, maybe in the absence of oxygen or maybe in the presence of oxygen. So this is one definition of cellular respiration. So please write down this one. Right. Now come to the another very important definition, that is pyruvate. That is a pyruvate. So what is mean by pyruvate? Pyruvate. So here pyruvate nothing but a glucose 6 carbon molecules is breakdown into 3 carbon molecules. 3 carbon molecules is called pyruvate. This phenomenon is takes place in cytoplasm. That is very important. This point is very important. The breakdown of 6 carbon molecules into the 3 carbon molecules, and this glucose 6 to 3 carbon pyruvate. This process, conversion of glucose into pyruvate, 6 carbon glucose into 3 carbon, 6 carbon molecules into 3 carbon molecules. This takes place in the which place? That is in the cytoplasm. That is very important. Multiple choice question. This is very important. In the examination, one time they ask about the breakdown of the glucose 6 carbon molecules into the carbon 3 carbon molecules. This phenomenon, this process takes place in mitochondria, cytoplasm, yeast, and none of this. So answer is cytoplasm. Glucose 6 carbon glucose is breakdown into the 3 carbon molecules. So this process is called as pyruvate, and this takes place in the cytoplasm. So that is the first common process for all the respiration. Maybe organisms are present in the oxygen, or maybe in the absence of oxygen, they are follow this one first, right? In all the organisms, first the 6 carbon molecules is converted into the 3 carbon molecules, and they form the pyruvate, and this process takes place in the cytoplasm. Now the strategy is changed. Different pathways followed by the oxygen. One is glucose is converted to pyruvate, and that pyruvate is converted to ethanol or lactic acid or maybe carbon dioxide. All these are products which are maybe in the presence of oxygen, maybe in the absence of oxygen. That is we called as a different glucose different pathway, right? Breaking of the glucose in the different pathway we study into next concept. So this is about the pyruvate definition. Now come to the another important point about the respiration. So as we know, the respiration 2 types, in the presence of oxygen and maybe in the absence of oxygen. So I can divide the respiration in 2 ways. One is in the presence of oxygen, right? In the presence of oxygen, for example, this is called as aerobic respiration. Aerobic respiration, and the second one is anaerobic respiration. So please wrote down these points. One, there are two types of respiration. One is aerobic respiration and one is anaerobic respiration. Okay students, now take this again. I write here there are two types of respiration. One is aerobic respiration and one is anaerobic respiration. So a very important easy point here. This aerobic respiration, this process takes place in the presence of oxygen. And this process here, I write here this anaerobic respiration, and this process takes place in the absence of oxygen. So that is very important point. The process of the pyruvate is breakdown into energy. Right? The pyruvate which is breakdown into energy in the presence of oxygen is called as aerobic respiration, and the pyruvate is breakdown and form energy in the absence of oxygen is called as anaerobic respiration. So that is the respiration process in which oxygen is present, it is aerobic respiration, and the respiration in which oxygen is absent is called the anaerobic respirations. So this is what the breakdown of the pyruvate into the the breakdown of glucose to pyruvate and of pyruvate to therefore maybe follow aerobic respiration or they may follow anaerobic respiration. So one by one we are now start to study about the different pathway in which glucose is converted to the energies, right? So I can take here. So please write down this. Aerobic respiration is process that takes place in the presence of oxygen, and anaerobic respiration in the absence of oxygen. So now one by one we take the experiments about different pathways. So I put the title here: breakdown of glucose by various pathways. So as we know, first a glucose 6 carbon molecules form the pyruvate. So see, first I write here glucose, right? Here glucose 6 carbon molecule is now breakdown into the pyruvate, and that is a 3 carbon molecule. 3 carbon molecules, and this process takes place in which way? Cytoplasm. This is called as a pyruvate. Now the pyruvate is now breakdown into 3 types. 1, here 2, and here 3 ways. Right? So I take the absence of oxygen. So absence of oxygen, we observe that what happened here, ethanol, that is alcohol plus carbon dioxide plus energy. Means here the glucose is converted into the energy, right? The glucose is converted into the energy. Follow this process. First glucose is converted to the pyruvate, then pyruvate is converted into the ethanol, carbon dioxide and the energy in the absence of oxygen. So see, in the absence of oxygen, some organisms in the absence of oxygen they form energy along with the release of carbon dioxide and ethanol. That is very important to remember. Glucose is converted to pyruvate, that is common for all the reactions. After that, if the pyruvate is in the absence of oxygen, they form ethanol, carbon dioxide and the energy, and this process takes place in the which organisms? That is the yeast organisms. In the yeast this process is followed, and this process takes place in the yeast, right? So you have to be remember, and this ethanol is 2 carbon molecules. So this is the number 1. Next come to the number 2. Here I write here this one, that is presence of oxygen. Presence of oxygen oxygen. So here oxygen totally absent, here oxygen present. So in the presence of oxygen, glucose is converted to pyruvate, and now in the presence of oxygen, the glucose is converted into the carbon dioxide, carbon water plus energy. So glucose is converted into 3 carbon molecules, and that pyruvate is converted to carbon dioxide, water and energy, and in the presence of oxygen, and this takes place in mitochondria. So you have to remember that the conversion of glucose, that is pyruvate, into the energy, it is takes place in the presence of oxygen, it takes place in the mitochondria, right? In the absence of oxygen, it takes place in the yeast, right? If the glucose is breakdown into the energy, right? See, observe, glucose is breakdown into the energy in the absence of oxygen, that is takes place in the yeast, and the glucose is breakdown into the energy in the presence of oxygen, that is takes place in the mitochondria. If the oxygen is absent, it is yeast. If the oxygen is present, it is called a mitochondria. That is very important place, the site where this process takes place. When site of yeast is taken, when the absence of oxygen, we take yeast. When the presence of oxygen, we take a mitochondria. Now in between, balance in between, lack of oxygen. Lack, or also called as the deficiency of oxygen. Deficiency of oxygen. Now oxygen is deficient, lack of oxygen. What happened here? Lack of oxygen. So in that case, lactic acid is formed. Lactic acid plus energy. And this takes place in the muscles. We feel this one when we run, when we jogging, right? When we take exercise, we get pain in our joint, right? We feel pain in our joint. When we jump for a 1 minute or 2 minutes, we observe the paining in our joint. That is nothing but the formation of a lactic acid. Because of the running, in the jogging, in the jumping, we observe that the breathing rate is increases. Due to the increasing breathing rate, the supply of oxygen is not completed here. The deficiency, the oxygen not completely supplied to the every part of the, because of the speed increase. When breathing increases, the supply of oxygen is not properly done. So that is why the lack of oxygen in the body, that is takes place in the muscles, and that is the indicate the formation of lactic acid. If you want to practice, if you want to feel this means, jump in your room for a minute or 2 minutes, jump or run for one side to another side, you observe the pain in our muscles, right? A pain, and that pain indicate the formation of lactic acid. So that is takes place in the muscles. So there are 3 pathways in which the glucose is breakdown to form the energy. All are form the energy, but follow the different. One is absence, one is presence, and one is lack. So this is called as the breakdown of glucose by various pathways, a different pathways, a very important process. Okay. So here I again repeated. See, the glucose 6 carbon molecules is converted into 3 carbon molecules is called pyruvate, and this process is taken in cytoplasm. Glucose to pyruvate is cytoplasm. Now the glucose is breakdown into the energy. That is, if the glucose is breakdown, the process of breakdown of glucose into the ethanol, into the carbon dioxide and energy in the absence of oxygen, it takes place in the yeast. It is called as anaerobic respiration. This is called as what? Anaerobic respiration. Clear here, students? So here in the starting we have only written in the absence of oxygen, it is anaerobic respiration. But we get detail here, since the process in which glucose S6 carbon molecules converted into the ethanol, carbon dioxide, energy, or lactic acid or energy, both are in the absence of oxygen or lack of oxygen. Absence of oxygen takes place in yeast and lack of oxygen takes place in muscles. That is called as anaerobic respiration. So as for definition, you are right, only this one it is enough. The glucose is breakdown into the ethanol, carbon dioxide and energy in the absence of oxygen is called anaerobic respiration. Then the glucose S6 carbon molecules is converted into the carbon dioxide, water and energy. this process takes place in the mitochondria in the presence of oxygen. It is called as an aerobic respiration. It is called as an aerobic respiration. So this is a very important point about the aerobic respiration and anaerobic respiration. You have to practice this diagram, and very important, you have to remember these products: when ethanol form, when lactic acid form, when carbon dioxide water form. Ethanol form in the absence of oxygen in the yeast, when lactic acid form in the muscles in the lack of oxygen during exercise, and when carbon dioxide in the water form when oxygen is present in the mitochondria. So that is very important. You have to remember these all points: glucose to pyruvate and pyruvate to absence, lack and presence, then these are products. And this is very important as point of examination, maybe asked for 1 marks, 3 marks or 2 marks. So that is very important. What is respiration, cellular respiration, and what is the different pathways by which the glucose is break down to form energy and energy. So this is one different way, maybe in the absence, maybe in the presence, or maybe in the lack of oxygen. So students, this is the very important concept about the respiration starting stages. So you have to practice these important concept. Now the another one concept I write here. So here, energy released during the cellular respiration. So this energy, right, the energy released during the respiration, maybe in absence, maybe lack, or maybe this energy, right, energy is produced during the cellular respiration is immediately used to synthesis of, right, these energies use immediately in the synthesis of ATP, right. What is ATP? Right, on ATP means it is adenosine triphosphate, and this is called as an energy currency. This is called as an energy currency. This is called an energy currency, and this is used by the cell for the further electric. So these ATP are used by the cells they are stored in the mitochondria, the powerhouse of a cell, in the form of ATP. Right? We study in the lower classes mitochondria, a powerhouse of a cell. So this energy is immediately from the ATP power, and this ATP power, that is adenosine triphosphate, that is energy currency. This ATP is now stored in the form of an energy in the mitochondria. That is why called mitochondria is a powerhouse of a cell. So these are very important point you have to remember. One is these absence, present, lack, and then we form ethanol, lactic, and we form energy, and then that energy immediately used in the synthesis of which type of energy? ATP. That is a energy currency, adenosine triphosphate, and this adenosine triphosphate is stored into the cell in mitochondria as a energy currencies. So these are very important point you have to be remember. Okay, so next we have take another some important points about the respiration. So please first you note down this one diagram, right? Important. Okay students, now before going to the respiration in human beings, we going start to the study of the lungs. Before that, we are studying the last very important point of this video, and that is what the comparison of breathing between aquatic and terrestrial animals. We know about the aquatic animals and the terrestrial animals. So aquatic animals are the animals which are live inside the body, inside the water, right? Their habitat is water. And the organisms which are live out on the earth, that is called as terrestrial animals. So both the animals follow respiration, both require respiration, both require oxygen. But there is a comparison. The breathing rate of the terrestrial is different, and the breathing rate of aquatic is different. So I put here. See the rate of breathing in aquatic animal is faster than the terrestrial animals. Means the rate of breathing means taking in and out. That is one breathing. So oxygen in, then carbon dioxide outside. That inhale and exhale. That is that is breathing. So that is fast in aquatic animals, but it is less in terrestrial animals. Why? The answer is because of we know that in the water the oxygen is present but in the form of a dissolved form, right? In the water oxygen is present but in the dissolved form, but in the air the oxygen present in the gaseous form. So the oxygen which is present in the water in the dissolved form is fairly low as compared to the gas present in the atmosphere, right? That is why the fast breath rating in aquatic animals. So aquatic animals breathe faster than the terrestrial animals. Why? Because of the dissolved oxygen in the water are fairly low as compared to the oxygen present in the atmosphere. So because of the low oxygen in water, so aquatic animals are breathe faster than the terrestrial animals. This is the one of the very important, and this time 2020 examination, June examination, they asked this question: why the rate of breathing in aquatic animals is faster than the rate of breathing in terrestrial animals? The answer is very simple. This is because of the oxygen present in the water is fairly low as compared to the oxygen present in the atmosphere or air, right? So this is about the comparison between aquatic and terrestrial animal breathing rate. Now after that we have to study about the very complicated organ that is called as a respiration of a human being, that is lungs. So we know that the terrestrial organisms are directly contact with the atmosphere, and the terrestrial organisms are use atmospheric oxygen for breathing. They take oxygen from the atmosphere and then use carbon dioxide, and that carbon dioxide is used by the plants for photosynthesis, right? For the absorption of oxygen from the atmosphere, and that is required an organ. So different animals having different terrestrial animals having different breathing organs. Like so in the human beings we observe the lungs which is present in the chest cavity, that is under the rib cage, that is complicated organ. So for every organisms, for the respiration, for the breathing, they require a delicate organ, and that organs is work on the different ways. So now we have to try to study about the lungs of the human beings, how the human being lungs are designed, what mechanism is followed in the breathing. We have to be studying this video. So please note down this very important point. So now after note down this point, we have to be study the structure about the function and the mechanism of breathing in human beings. Now students, take the important concept of the respiration and the respiration process, that is about human respiratory systems. The diagram is not asked in the examination, there is no for drawing skill, but we have to be remember the diagram and the parts of the diagrams. So here I have put a simple diagram of this human respiratory system. This consists of a pair of lungs, one right and one left, and these lungs are present in the chest cavity inside the rib cage. So this is our lungs. So what is the position? The lungs respiratory system of the human beings is present in chest cavity inside the protective rib cage. So that is the position. So first I write here position, location, right? So what is the location of this respiratory system? Write down human respiratory system consists of pair of lungs which are located inside the chest, located in the chest means in the chest, that is inside the rib cage, So that is what the position of a human respiratory system, that is present in the lungs, chest, in the rib cage, right? So this is the position. Now come to the different parts of the respiratory system that is involved in the respiration of human beings. That is, the respiration starts from the nasal passage. Also we call it as a nostrils, which have two holes, so nasal passage. So from the nasal passage, the air is enter into the respiratory system, that is enter into the trachea. Okay, trachea, and this is nothing but what? Air pipe. Food pipe, esophagus, and trachea is that is air pipe. You observe the air pipe. So here the first point is nasal passage or nostrils through which oxygen or air is entered into the pharynx. Then pharynx to they are come to the larynx, that is we call as a sound box, larynx, and then it enter into the trachea, food pipe. And you observe that the trachea is having a ring of cartilage. Means they are smooth muscles, ring like CC, like this, like they are in the form of they are ring like ring. They are ring like structure. Why? Because the ring of cartilage, in order to ensure the prevent the collapse. Okay, if it is not be cartilage, if it is be hard, means it is be able to collapse. So in order to ensure that the pipe is not collapse, the trachea is not collapse, so that the rings of cartilage are in the form of rings, short smooth rings, right? So we have to remember right here. Okay, so what is first happened here? Nasal passage, that is called as a nostrils. Okay, that is called as a nostrils. Through nostrils air enter into the body, right? Air enter into the body, that is nasal. Now observe that this nasal passage from here to here, you observe that they are having the hair, small hairs, and these small hairs are filter the air and prevent the entry of the dust into the lungs. That is the important function of that hairs, right? So nasal passage have fine hair that prevent and filter the dust particles. Dust particles not enter into this lungs, so we have to be with the fine hair, the dust particles and the air can be filtered. So that is nasal passage. After nasal passage, the pharynx is there, and the pharynx is a place where the air and the food can meet. Air and the food both can meet here. So that is one common passage for food and air. So it is pharynx. So larynx is a sound box, we produce the sound. And after larynx, we observe that trachea, okay, the food pipe, trachea nothing but air pipe, and that is made up of a ring of cartilage. So why the trachea is made up of ring of cartilage, that is important. So answer for that you write here, right? So these ensure these what ring of cartilage, rings of cartilage ensure that the air passage ensure that the air passage does not collapse, does not break. Because of that, they are made up of the cartilage smooth muscles. So that is very important points about the up to here cartilage. So again I repeated, the respiratory system of human beings are start from nasal cavity, nasal passage, and the nasal passage the breathing start, the air enter through the that is nostrils, and in the nasal passage we observe the fine hairs, and that hairs are filtered and filter the air and prevent the entry of the dust particles, that is fine hair. And after that we have pharynx. Pharynx is a common passage for both air and food. After we get a larynx, that is called sound box, and after that we have air pipe, that is called as a trachea, T-R-A-C-H-E-R-E-A, trachea. This trachea is made up, that is food pipe is made up of rings of cartilage, smooth muscles. Why? Because it ensures that the passage does not collapse, it does not break, does not crack. That is why they are smooth. So up to here we are studied it. Okay, right? So this point you have to be write in your notebook, right? And take reference diagrams and then take these all points about up to the cartilage. Right, students. Now, after the trachea ring of cartilage, we observe that when we move forward, the trachea is divided to two parts. That is, one is left side and one is right side. And this left and right two division is called as a bronchi. Right? Again, observe that each bronchi is again divided into smaller and smaller units, and all units are end with a small balloon-like structures. Right? So each bronchi is inside the lungs, divided into smaller and smaller units, that is called as the bronchioles, right? That is called as bronchioles, and these bronchioles are end with a balloon-like structures, and that is called as a alveolar sac, or also we in the plural we call it alveoli, right? So I write here one point about this is the bronchi. The bronchi is further divided into smaller and smaller units called bronchioles, and each bronchioles are end with or terminate, best is terminate, or terminates with balloon-like structure called alveolar sac, or in plural is called as alveoli, right? So alveoli is nothing but a important take important part in the respiration. So this is the next very important point about trachea. When further move, they divide into bronchi. Again, the bronchi is divided into this number of branches. You observe that here, this one branch, and this is called as each branch called as bronchioles, and that all bronchioles are unlimited balloon-like structures, and these balloon-like structures are called as alveolar sac, or means plural we call it the alveoli. Right? So write this very important point about the alveoli. Now we come to this is the meaning of alveoli, right? So now come to the what is the function of this alveolus in the respiration systems. So roughly I observe here that when the oxygen is entered into the nasal cavity, after filtration pass into the trachea, and after trachea divide into the two sides, left and right. Now the oxygen is come into the where alveolar sac. When oxygen is come to the alveolar sac, we observe that these are attached with the blood vessels, right? Each alveolar sac is attached with the blood vessels. So blood vessels having carbon dioxide and this sac having oxygen, so exchange of gases takes place, right? After we know that in the respiration, aerobic respiration, energy, carbon dioxide is formed, and that carbon dioxide present in the blood, and that is exchanged in the alveolar sac. Okay, so now we take breathing, so oxygen come inside. Now due to the aerobic respiration in the blood, we have carbon dioxide, energy plus water, so here carbon dioxide. So carbon dioxide in the blood, in the sac we have oxygen, so exchange of gases takes place, right? When oxygen enter into the alveolar sac, and that sac is increase the surface area of absorption, and the exchange of gases carbon dioxide and oxygen takes place. Then this alveolar sac gives out the oxygen and take the carbon dioxide from the blood, and the respiration process takes place simultaneously like that. So that is the function of the alveolar sac, is exchange of the carbon dioxide and the oxygen taken place in each alveolar sac. Okay, so I write here about the alveolar function of alveoli. So we are carefully write down the function of alveoli. Function. Okay, function. The alveoli provide surface area of absorption where the exchange of gases like oxygen and carbon dioxide takes place, right? This is what takes place. This is nothing but what exchange of carbon dioxide, and these alveoli is attached with the extents of it is what this is attached with the blood vessels. So what happened? The blood having carbon dioxide, there is exchange of carbon dioxide and oxygen takes place. So this is what the function of alveoli we have to write in the examinations. So other also write here the wall of here what the wall of the alveoli is attached with the blood vessels, right? The wall of alveoli is contain extensive blood vessels. These brings carbon dioxide from the body and oxygen present in the alveolus is get exchanged and oxygen is transported to the body. So this is what the function of a alveolar sac, right? So what happened here, when oxygen is entered into the body from the nasal cavity, that is now reached to the alveolar sac, and each alveoli sac or alveolus it attached with the blood extensive blood vessels. So blood having carbon dioxide and the sac having oxygen. So exchange of carbon dioxide and the oxygen takes place. So carbon dioxide is go inside the alveoli, and the alveoli gives out the oxygen to the blood, and that oxygen is supplied to the body where the which help in the breakdown of the glucose into the energy. So these are what the function of a alveolar sac. So very important in the point of the examinations. Explain how lungs are provide for the absorption of gases, exchange of gases. You have to explain all the function of alveolus, right? So these are all important points of the alveolus. Okay, write these important points here. Okay students, now the last point of this respiratory system is hemoglobin. As you know that the body design of the organism when is big, then complex, then transportation of oxygen is not done by the diffusion. We know that what is the diffusion? The movement of the gases or liquid from higher concentration to the lower concentration, which is from the semi-permeable membrane. But here such type of diffusion not possible, right? For example, in the human beings we have complex body and a large body design, so we require oxygen every second. So that transport of oxygen to the body, that is from the alveolar sac to the every part of the body within the second, by the diffusion it is not possible, right? So diffusion is a very slow process. If the diffusion process takes place in the human body, then imagine that for the oxygen to reach to our leg, right? Our last finger of our leg, that is for here, from here to here. If you want to oxygen reach from nose to this thumb, it takes 1 year for diffusion, right? That is a very slow process for diffusion, and for the large and complex organisms, the diffusion process is not sufficient for this transportation of oxygen. So for that, a very speed transportation of particle, that is oxygen is required, and that is nothing but what? Hemoglobin. So we know that RBC present in the blood, hemoglobin, and that hemoglobin help in the transport of oxygen to every part of the body within the second. When we breathe, so within the second the oxygen is reached to the every part of the body. That is what with help of the respiratory pigment called hemoglobin, right? So here right here in the diffusion is not sufficient for the large or complex organisms. So for transportation of the oxygen for every cell of the body in a minute second, so we use another type of system, that is hemoglobin. So in the human beings, the respiratory pigment is called hemoglobin. So hemoglobin is a respiratory pigment which has more affinity towards oxygen. Means without oxygen there is no imagine of hemoglobin. So hemoglobin having more affinity towards the oxygen. So that is why it is suddenly take the oxygen and transport every part of the body. This pigment is present in RBC, that red blood capsules or cells. So these are very important point about the respiratory systems. So in this video we are start with the very beginning concept of respiration, that is or how is the respiration, take cellular respiration, and in the presence of oxygen, in the absence of oxygen, and then we come to the next very important, that is the human respiratory system. And in system we are studying about the all the sequence or the parts of human respiratory system, and we also understand the every function of every part involved in this respiration process, and we end with this discussion with the hemoglobin concepts. Okay, so hope this second right process, that is the respiration, is understand for you, and it is very easy to be remembered, right? One time revise this whole video, okay, again watch this video and again recall all the concept related to the respiration process, okay, that is human respiratory system. So thank you for watching this video.